Hello, everyone, and welcome to another module of customer relationship management. In this module, we're going to be discussing how we can adapt to changing customer needs. So, now to start, there are three factors that usually influence customers' needs, starting with societal shifts. Now, as cultures progress, the preferences and the behaviors of the customers change. All right, so there will always be changes in demographics, lifestyles, or any cultural norms that change the expectancy of customers and what their perceived value is of a certain product. The second one is technological advancements. So, as we are currently in the rapid era of evolving technology, we can see that there is always new tech coming out. There is something new always happening. So the customers are always expecting more and more in order to fulfill their needs. And if a company is not accommodating this, they're usually falling behind their competitors. And finally, economic factors. Now, economic factors are extremely important, as whenever there is, for example, inflation or any changes in the economic situation of a country, the customer spending habits change. Their perceived value of products change. If, for example, there's inflation or they are getting less income, then they don't start spending a lot of money on new tech. They would just focus on surviving and buying the things only that they need. Now, what are the strategies to adapt to these evolving customer needs? One is utilizing data driven decision making. So, by using all the data gathered from customers, companies are able to find specific patterns within this data and use predictive analytics to forecast on what could be the outcome out of this data to accommodate and prepare for any potential change in customer behavior. The second one is agile customer feedback mechanism. So not only using surveys, but actually utilizing sentiment analysis on social media to gather different feedbacks from customers, right? So for example, if let's say there is a hotel chain they want to deep dive into their customer data, they can go and analyze their reviews, their interaction on social media, and potentially become aware of a certain issue so they can address it promptly and make sure that it does not happen again to maintain their overall customer experience. So it helps the businesses to ultimately immediately identify any potential threats or issues that may arise and respond to them accordingly. The next one is personalization and customization. Now, the more personalization a business provides to the customer, the more the customer is going to be satisfied with the service. So now, since all companies are trying their best to do personalized tactics for the customers, it became extremely important to find a way to fulfill that needs, as customers now expect that personalization, right? So if you look at it a couple of years ago, any competitor that was personalizing was actually ahead. But now it became a business as usual, as all customers are expecting this sort of personalization. So it's extremely important to leverage technology like machine learning, artificial intelligence, or different learning algorithms to be able to always find new ways to personalize to the customers to make sure that they stay satisfied with the product or the service that you are providing. Next is flexibility in product and service offerings. So adopting modular design principles that allow for easy updates as well as addition. Modular design is basically creating a specific design or a software for customers that can always be interchangeable, that can always be fixed in the future. So for example, if you, let's say, buy an iPhone, you know that you're going to get supported updates for the next 5 years. Every year you might be getting new features. Every year there will be new services and features that are added into the phone that you have bought, which creates a better perceived value. Now, what are the customer-centric approaches that we can use in a dynamic market? The first one is building customer-centric cultures, and we have discussed this in more details in the previous module, but this is an extremely important approach to ensure that we are keeping the customer at the core of everything that we are doing and making sure that we're implementing this in every aspect of the organization. So the CEO should always go and incentivize his employees and educate them about the importance of customer centricity, and ensure that every employee knows his exact role to achieving this end goal to be customer centric. The second one is real time engagement. So this is through social media platforms, chatbots, or any kind of support that the businesses can give to their customers in real time. So chatbots will help the customers to respond to their queries, complaint, or issues promptly 24/7. Next one is continuous learning and development. So to keep employees updated on the latest industry trends and the latest features, there should always be a recurring training that is happening as a refresher, maybe every quarter, to let the employees know about the latest technological advancements, and also gather their feedback on how the business can implement this to further enhance their position into the market. Now, how can we predict as well as prepare for the future trends of customer needs? One is doing market research as well as competitive analysis. Now, market research is extremely important as it can unlock certain data that is currently being prominent into the market and allows the business to be early to start planning for that before it actually happens. So whenever the customers need actually change, the business is now ready for it. They have already put in development the right products or services to accommodate that need, and also check with the competition what they are doing, how they are trying to tackle this, and utilizing their best practices. Second is technological integration as well as innovation. So businesses must always find ways to always innovate as well as enhance their services further to accommodate with this rapid growth of technology. So with the introduction of AI, there are a lot of new features that are being released, on daily basis. So it's very important now for the business to keep innovating, to keep creating a unique experience in order to retain their customers for the existing as well as the long term. Next is collaboration and partnership. So as we see nowadays, there are a lot of competitors that are either merging or they are trying to work together to find a way. So competition nowadays is not as fierce as it was before, where each one was trying their best to overtake the other. It became more of a collaboration to ultimately deliver the best need for the customer. So for example, a manufacturing company can partner with another company to gain insights into eco-friendly or sustainable way of packaging, and an e-commerce platform could potentially partner with another e-commerce platform that serves different demographics in order for them to share their best practices and learn how they can best fulfill each of their customers' needs. And finally, scenario planning. So this is about putting a scenario and actually planning of what you will do in case this happens, right? So you set a scenario of, let's say, an e-commerce platform is like that we expect an increase in customer behavior for them to all only order online, or a shift in behavior for more customers to prefer shopping online. So this makes them get ready to get that extra traffic from the customers, have enough products or manpower to accommodate managing this increase. So once it happens in the future, they are completely ready for it. Thank you very much.